I'm currently 12 weeks pregnant, which is really amazing, and we're so happy. But also, it's our 5th pregnancy now, and I feel like with each one, I kind of trust it that little bit less. And I don't know, it's just been, oh my God, quite a difficult journey to get here. Look at this little dog. I don't want to be like super negative in this video or scare people about pregnancy, but equally I don't want to lie, and I kind of wish people spoke more about the bits of pregnancy they really hate, because then I think like when you're hating it, it'll make you feel less alone. Now, I actually just texted one of my best friends to tell her I'm pregnant, and she's told me back that she's pregnant. She's 7 weeks, and she just texted, being pregnant's absolutely miserable, isn't it? And I was like, oh my God, that makes me feel so much better to hear somebody else say that, because I feel so guilty when I say like negative things, and like we're so lucky, and I'm so grateful. I'm gonna cry now. I made a mushroom cup of soup, which I've been quite liking recently. So our first pregnancy, we had a little baby boy who was beautiful, and he's called Alfie, but he was actually stillborn. So I won't talk about that now. But then since then we got pregnant 3 more times, that had 3 miscarriages at 10 weeks, 10 weeks and 6 weeks. So in the last 2 years, I've actually spent 18 months pregnant, which also might be why I'm struggling quite a bit. Just like physically, emotionally, mentally, like it definitely takes its toll. I have to try and make this video a bit more positive, but yeah, I actually need to go and lie down. Oh, Beyonce. I feel really sick if I'm sitting up for too long or standing up, so this is what I spend most of my time doing. And I have to go and get something solid to eat as well. That soup was a bit liquidy.
So I just came to check how Meg's doing making the toast. The toast is broke, so we're going the old way. And this is what I've came in contact with on the floor. Betty's looking out for her. Good boy, Betty. So I think I'll take over and finish the toast.
Hello, darling. I think he's lying on a packet of crisps in my bag as well. Right, I need some more food. Sometimes I find it quite hard to know what I fancy to eat, but cheese is pretty much always a winner. And I know a lot of pregnancy advice says you shouldn't have soft cheeses like brie and camembert, but these days most of them are made with pasteurized milk anyway, so I just read the ingredients, and if it's pasteurized, then talking about sickness, if vomiting is a behaviour of your eating disorder, or even if it's not, just that element of comparison in eating disorders, and if people hear that I'm sick, they could get thoughts like, oh my God, Meg's sick, maybe she's not eating, maybe she's lost weight, and then they're like, maybe I should eat less if she's sick. Like, even though that is the total opposite, like I eat all the time and I can't do anything, all I can do is eat. I just know where eating disorder brains can go, so if it's a difficult topic for you, either like skip ahead in the video or just skip this video. I just need to eat a bit more a sec. I feel so much better when I eat. I actually have quite a fear of being sick. If I am sick, I'll be like crying, shaking, hyperventilating, and occasionally I have actually like vomited, but way worse is the nausea. It is just so relentless. Like there's literally not a second in the day when I don't feel horrendously sick. Like when I'm eating, I do feel better, but still, like, I do not know why it's called morning sickness. Like, there's nothing morning about it. It is 24/7, like all throughout the day, all throughout the night. And I also weirdly get quite bad like vertigo with it, in that I just can't stand up. I have to lie down all the time.
I'd be over the moon with that.
To the point that like I can't even make it to the shower in the morning without lying down on the way. Or if we're out, we'll be in like a shop or a restaurant and I'll just have to lie down. Like I literally don't even care.
Next big outing for lunch is going well so far.
Just need food. We were in the airport coming back to Dubai from the UK and I have to just get horizontal somehow. So I was just like lying on my suitcases wherever we went. Bram was like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't give a shit. I'm so sick. I've taken the last 2 weeks off work on sick leave, so between 10 and 12 weeks I've had off, and I'm due to go back tomorrow. Ugh. When I go out, I always wear these like baggy t-shirt dresses because I have a real thing about anything touching me, like any sort of waistbands. I cannot wear a bra. Even, to be honest, like neckline can make me feel really sick if it's too tight, and I also can't wear necklaces anymore. Everything is just like so frustrating. I want to rip it off. But yeah, when I go out, I have this dress in 3 colours and I just wear those. I feel like it actually looks like I've got a bump, which I don't yet. I'm just bloated, but it kind of looks like I do. Yeah, I bloat a lot throughout the day, so that's another reason I can't have any sort of like waistband or just anything touching anything. Hey Bert, you gonna be a big brother? Let's hope so. Cross our fingers. We're doing our best. I've just woken up and it's easier for me to record whilst I'm lying down. So, sleep. I basically sleep from about 10 p.m. till 1 a.m. and then I'm awake until about 5 or 6 a.m. and then I sleep again until like 9, 10 a.m. Really weird, but I can't sleep for more than like 3 hours because I wake up needing to eat. And then the nausea in the middle of the night is just so horrible. I don't know, I just can't get back to sleep. So I sleep with like a load of snacks next to my bed. So I get through so many Nature Valley bars in the night. I've also got like rich tea, biscuits, and like fruit and nut. I'm just trying both the cheeses to see which one I actually fancy. This cheddar's supposed to be mild, but it's actually quite strong. I think I'll just go for it. Can I have avocado as well? I know I need food, but it can be so hard to tell what I actually fancy. Even though I really want to eat. Beautiful. Betty, careful. Oh no. Hi.
Hi. Are you in bed?
Yeah, I'm in bed.
Are you eating noodles?
Well, I'm eating cheese and crackers. Brent's just got home from work. I'm gonna like go through a list I've got on my phone of like random pregnancy symptoms in the first trimester, but I'm just going to eat a bit more first. Okay, it feels a bit better. I don't know if these things are like hormonal changes. I actually take additional hormone as well. Oh, I've just thrown them all over the floor. So I take these progesterone suppositories daily, which I think is because we've been through so many miscarriages now. This is like, I don't know, additional hormone. It's progesterone, basically, which your body produces anyway, but I'm just getting a bit extra. So yeah, I don't know if that makes these things more so, but I've really noticed that I get so like hot and sweaty. I just can't seem to regulate my body temperature. And in the night, I actually wake up like drenched in sweat. That's so gross. I've been getting quite spotty in areas that I don't normally. So like round under my chin, across my chest, especially my collarbones, which is weird, and on my back. And then I get these really random hiccups, which I've actually weirdly had ever since I was pregnant with Alfie. They're horrible, like they make me feel really sick when I'm pregnant. When I'm not, they're fine. I just randomly hiccup, like in people's faces. It's really weird. I get brain fog, which I think is quite a common thing. And like when I'm talking to people, I can't remember the words for things, or I like say words wrong as well, but I can't work out what it is that I'm trying to do. Also, when I talk to people, I can get really short of breath, like that. In the middle of talking, I like have to take big deep breaths, or like if I've walked up the stairs or something like that. And almost sometimes it feels like a bit like a panic attack, like really like have to take deep breaths. I've also written on the list that I get very thick saliva, which is actually really gross because it means like the taste of food stays in my mouth for ages. It's just not nice, like it's just horrible tastes in my mouth. Yeah, it just doesn't feel very nice. Apparently people get more saliva when they're pregnant, but yeah, mine just seems to get thick. And also I've written, I have no personality, like I just feel so empty of anything. Like I can't think straight, I can't feel anything. I don't feel like I add anything to like any conversation or being around anyone. Like I don't feel like me, I just feel like bleh. Oh, and bloating, which I've mentioned, but yeah, I get very, very bloated. But yeah. Where are you off to? You comfy? So I wanted to talk about food and eating disorders in trimester 1. You can see in this video, I just eat all the time. Like I cannot go more than an hour without food. And in the night, I can't sleep for more than 3 hours. And when I was pregnant with Alfie and feeling like nauseous, I had aversions to everything. And this pregnancy has been really different. I can eat a lot more variety, but I get a lot more like something in my head, like I want to eat that thing and I want to eat it now. And then literally by the next day, I'll be totally off it and I'll be like, I don't even want to smell that thing. So I don't know if that's cravings, but the things are like really quite specific. Like I had it for a pan au raisin, and I was like on my app ordering a pan au raisin, and also Calippos. I went through like a few evenings of being like obsessed with Calippos and now I can't stand them. Garibaldi biscuits. So because that's been like a different experience, it kind of makes me wonder like, oh, is this baby gonna be a girl? But then I'm just as sick as I was last time, so I don't know. I just got something to eat, I was feeling a bit sick. Avocado on toast. Best foods for me in the last couple of months have been toast. I eat toast all the time. Crackers, McDonald's, crisps, cheese, plums as well. Plums are like the only fruit I've been able to eat. And cereal bars, Nature Valley bars. And sucking on sweets can help with feeling ill as well. So like Werther's Originals. Every day for lunch I have a grated cheddar cheese sandwich with mango chutney. And it's just like, hits the spot. And sometimes actually eating as well is like such a struggle. But still I know like eating does make me feel better.
Yes.
Thanks, Fran. I feel like I should point out as well that I do still eat proper dinners even when I'm really sick. So like these are all meals that we've had in trimester 1 whilst I've been this ill.
Good. Which apple juice?
So even though I crave like crisps, toast, chips, that kind of thing, like that's not all I eat. Like yeah, Bren and I still have dinner together. Have we got any cheese? It's crazy really, like your body just feels mad, and I think the best word I can use for it is just you have to surrender to it. Like you can't be trying to fight your body or override it or judge it or anything. Like it just is, it's doing this incredible thing and it's so powerful. Okay body, over to you. And with an eating disorder history, like that can be really difficult, which is one of the reasons why I think it's so important to be in like a strong recovery before you think about getting pregnant, because it's tough. Like it's a lot of stuff to cope with, which is really incompatible with an eating disorder. Like I've just been saying, you might need to eat every hour, you might need to eat during the night. One night I actually had to fast for 8 hours during the night because I was getting some sort of blood test in the morning that I had to fast for, and I couldn't do it. It's basically a night's sleep, and I ate 3 times during it. I got to the doctor and I was like, I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. Also, I think just eating at all sorts of random times, like if timing has been an issue in your eating disorder, like it's now 11:40 and I'm eating a piece of toast and I'll probably have lunch in like half an hour. Like, I don't even know what this is. I just can't wait until lunch. And like if you get taste aversions like I had in my pregnancy with Alfie, like that can almost make your diet quite restrictive if there's things you just can't face. But like you can't let that restriction stay, because otherwise like old eating disorder fears and thoughts and whatever can start creeping back in. So as soon as you're able to eat them again, you have to be able to eat them again. I also get quite a lot of comments because I'm like very ill. People ask me what my weight does, like, oh, have you lost weight from being ill? And I'm like, no, like I've actually gained kilos. It can almost feel like there's like an expectation on you to lose weight, so you've got to just be able to be like, no. Same with comments about what to eat and stuff. Like on my app it will say stuff like, oh, make sure your snacks are healthy, like only eat fruit for snacks so that you don't gain too much weight. And I'm like, what? Like, you're supposed to gain weight in pregnancy. And also I don't want to eat fruit. Like other than plums, I've not eaten fruit in months because my body doesn't want it. Like it makes me feel ill. So I feel like you've really just got to like, yeah, surrender to your body and be like, I'm not listening to that shit. Right, I'm 13 weeks now. I think feeling a little bit better, but still very up and down. But we're doing a big outing and coming out for lunch. I can't even talk. It's a bit new food. Right, I have wet hair because from lying down so much with my hair like up in a bun, it's become really matted in the back. So I tried to wash it with conditioner and a brush to get this out, but didn't exactly work. Ugh. Oh well. So I'm in week 14 now. Hopefully we've made it into trimester 2. And yesterday I got to have a 14-week scan. So I got to see the little baby and oh my God, it's so amazing. Like seeing it like move on the screen and also just seeing that it's grown since the last scan. Like I know obviously that is what's supposed to happen, but when you've been through repeated miscarriages, like that's not what we're used to seeing at the moment. I try and take like videos in the scan so that I can watch them back in between time. And just, oh, I honestly feel like my heart is just like gonna burst with love, which is actually maybe like with slight mixed emotions, because I kind of feel like I have so much love for this baby, but then at the same time it makes me so sad for Alfie. Yeah, that's a bit difficult, and like it reminds me of being pregnant with him, and it makes me think of him and that he's not here. So it's definitely like a mixed emotions thing. We've also had an NIPT test, which I think certainly in the UK is called a harmony test, and so from that we know the gender, which I don't know if I'm gonna share or not. Like we didn't with Alfie, so I don't know, maybe I'll like share it in the next video. Sorry, I feel sick again. Yeah, sickness wise, it's been a pretty tough week again. Sometimes it does get better for like short bursts, but I'm literally talking like half an hour and then I feel horrendous again. So I still feel like I'm pretty like incapacitated, still eating all the time, can't go more than an hour, still not sleeping. I just feel really like run down with it. This promise of, oh, you'll feel better at 12 weeks, like, well, for me that's bullshit. But it kind of is what it is, and like, I know with Alfie as well, I did not feel better at 12 weeks. So constantly try and remind myself like, it won't last forever, and it's doing good things. We've also started telling some people, which I think is good, because this is like up there with the worst I've ever felt in my life. And when people don't know, it feels like so lonely, because you're trying to just like pretend you're okay all the time, and you're not. Like, I am not functioning, I'm not performing properly, I'm not doing well at work, I can't talk to people properly. Like, so we'd already told our families like earlier, but yeah, we've just started telling some friends. Something I found a bit like unexpectedly hard is some people's reactions. It almost feels like people are telling me how I should feel. Like people are always like, oh my god, you must be so happy, you must be so excited. And like, I am, but also you kind of need to be well enough to be able to feel those things, to be able to feel anything. Like I can't feel anything when I'm that sick. Like we've gone for a couple of scans, and when we've heard the heartbeat, Bren, bless him, has like cried, and I've literally just been there like void of feeling. I'm like, I can't feel anything, all I can feel is sick. Not to mention that it's really mixed feelings after losing a baby, like seeing a baby, like, oh, yeah. And then I just end up feeling guilty for like hating being ill so much, like, or basically feeling guilty for feeling anything other than happy. I kind of wish people talked about it a bit more. I even feel bad about it in this video. Like I've just moaned the whole time. I look like shit. I've just made it sound absolutely awful. Right, I'll end it here because this is far too long now. But yeah, lots of love.